I've spent the last 7 hours searching for the best Minecraft seeds in 1.19 and I was not disappointed. First up was this insane mountain range that linked all the way around, and in the center was a flower forest. And oh my gosh, does this look amazing. This is one of the best looking valleys I've ever seen in Minecraft. This is honestly such a crazy spawn location. Like, can you imagine building a whole city in this valley? And it'd look good from literally any side because of the mountain range. Even from the other side, the valley just looks so great. There's even like a really cool flat bit over this side where you can build a house on the side of the mountain, which will then overlook the rest of the valley. And if you head over to this side, there's actually a huge ruined portal. And this is one of the biggest ones I've ever seen actually. And even from the opposite side of the valley, if you take a look over the left hand side, there's this crazy river that flows through the bottom of the mountains. And it's just one of the most scenic things I've ever seen in Minecraft. There's also these really cool caves at the top side of the valley, and can you imagine building like a cave house right here and then your view is literally the whole valley? This place has some crazy potential for builds. And on the opposite side there's just a whole flat land of grass and ocean that just looks really sick from this high up. And to make this even better, the cliff face on the other side just looks insane. Can you imagine having a base here? The potential for a cave house is just crazy. And all the caves link up as well, so you can have it as one big area. This whole thing is actually surrounded by rivers as well, so you can have a full boat system going through this. And we are not done yet, because there's actually an abandoned village right next to this place. And do you know how rare these things are? In Java Edition, these literally have a 2% chance of spawning. Talk about a crazy seed. And you think that would be it, but nope, there's more. You see, on the bottom side of the valley, there's this really cool water cave. It's filled with dripstone and looks really cool. But that's not the impressive part. Not only is this hidden right here, you can actually go all the way down here, which opens up to this huge cave area. I mean, look at how insane this is, it's massive. But this thing just keeps going down and down. And there's even some skulk at the bottom. What would you rate this seed out of 10? Next up we have Survival Island, but with a twist. You see, on this island there's actually a village that spawns there. And to make this even cooler, there's a shipwreck right next to the island above the water. What makes this even cooler is there's two blacksmiths back to back, bang next to each other, which of course means 2 loot chests. There's also tons of food for you to raid and eat. You can go to the abandoned ship as well and raid the chest there, where I'm sure you'll find tons and tons of goodies, including a treasure map, which will lead you to the opposite side of the island where you can find some buried treasure. And this is all within 50 blocks of the spawn. And this would definitely make a pretty cool Survival Island series. So what do you guys rate this one out of 10? If you like the first seed I showed, well, you're going to be blown away by this one. This whole area is a huge body of water surrounded by a woodland that's then surrounded by snowy mountains. And this is just one of the most insane valleys I've seen. This would be a crazy place to build your base. This whole area is just so scenic. And when you head down to the water, you realize it's actually deeper than you'd think. So you can build like a whole underground base here, or have your own aquatic wildlife center down here. There's even little pirates coves for you to stay in, and as we come out it just looks insane. There's also at the back side this really flat area of land which you can build like a town hall on, and then you have this whole area to look on. It just makes it so much better because this whole area is surrounded in snowy mountains. And once again, there's just so much build potential. What's even cooler though is at the high side of the mountains there's these really cool open caves. There's 3 of them total, 1 really big one and 2 smaller ones. The first one goes really deep down there. The second one is really interesting because it comes out at the other side of the mountain, which could make a great entrance to this place. And the third one would be an absolute perfect place to make a huge area. It actually goes all the way down here and reveals this huge underground area. And it just looks amazing with this body of water overflowing into the cave. Man, this Caves and Cliff update really did something to this game. There's even a whole area of skulk down here, so there's probably an ancient city lurking around pretty close. But I wouldn't recommend going this deep until you're ready to face the warden. What makes this even cooler is there's actually civilizations around the mountain range on the outside. And not just 1 or 2 villagers, there's 7 villagers surrounding this place. So you could really have some lore about this place. Make a huge area in the center of the mountains, and then have roads and pathways to other civilizations and the 7 different villagers. On both sides of the valley as well, there's water coming down, so you can make this so it fills into the lake in the middle to make it seem even more realistic. But what do you think, guys? What do you rate this seed out of 10? By the way, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you leave a like and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And enough of the scenic stuff. This next seed is actually probably one of the longest caves I've ever seen in Minecraft. Like, I'm not kidding, it just keeps going and going and going. It floats through some cool dripstone caves. And then as you keep going and going, it opens up into a slightly bigger area. And then as you go up here, you realize you're in a huge dripstone cave that opens up into this even bigger area. But that's not it. It just keeps going. And it keeps going until you find this huge underground lava lake. And it just looks like you could build something pretty amazing down here. But what do you think? What would you rate this seed out of 10? So next up, you spawn on this humongous mountain, and because of the way 1.19 is right now, the surface of this mountain contains so many ores. Like, you could literally have full iron gear in the first 5 minutes. The amount of resources is insane. But as you explore more, you realize this looks like a huge volcano on like a prehistoric island. It's surrounded by trees and then surrounded by water, and it looks insane. I can't believe this is natural terrain in Minecraft. What's amazing though is there's another mountain just like this, just about 100 blocks away on the other side. And as you go around this mountain, you realize the caves are just nutty. There's once again so much potential for building on this mountain, but that is not the impressive part. See, we can actually head down here into this cave, and we realize it's actually a lush cave. And as we explore further, we realize just how big this place is. This lush cave opens up into a humongous area, and you end up coming out into a bamboo jungle, which looks so prehistoric and insane. This whole area just looks amazing. But then you realize you can actually go deeper, and it just seems to keep on going. Like, look how deep that goes. You can head down here and it opens up into an even bigger cave, and there's even a mine shaft down here, which by the way is insane. But anyway, ignoring that, you can make this whole underground area a massive base, and it just improves it further, the fact that it's in a dripstone cave, and underneath there's a whole huge area, and it just looks so crazy with all the lights on the ceiling. And look how deep we are, and we can still see sunlight. And even down here there's skulk, and it's a massive cave, and there's so many diamonds around here as well, and there's some amethyst geodes as well, and this cave just keeps going and going. Okay, so we got a huge mountain volcano surrounded by trees, surrounded by an island with a massive lush cave underneath. Surely there can't be more to this. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but there is. You see, if we actually come down the mountain and head towards the sea, we realize these are actually some pretty amazing cliffs. Like, look at how these cliffs have generated. This literally looks like the Farlands in Minecraft. I have never seen anything like this before, and it's just insane. Like, you would not think this is some naturally generated terrain in Minecraft. So tell me guys in the comments which one is your favourite seed. And if you like this video, then you'll probably like this one. I'll see you there.